Oh, it's John. What a lost me.
There he is.
Thought it was right.
I did.
Like 10 minutes late.
Good evening and welcome to the February 4th Planning Board Workshop. Everyone is here except for Jim. Pretty sure we pulled this together so we could go over a cluster development ordinance and a couple changes, a couple changes to the land use ordinance. And I also wanted to bring up that we should revisit the planning board ordinance that we had started back when Aaron was still on the board. We had talked about making sure there were definitions for alternate member versus associate member versus regular member. What do you guys want to start with?
Anything about, I got this,
New application?
well, it appears to be, but this is for Gnomsky here.
Yeah, that's for the other side of the store. That's for next month, or for the February meeting.
Why did we get all this?
Because
So you can review it before
Yeah.
the next meeting.
Because he submitted it for the February 18th meeting.
Because there's 17 pages on this one.
Mm-hmm.
This one here's for Berger, Jay and Janet Berger. What are they doing? Clock travel? Oh, these are
Butters?
About us.
Butters.
Yeah.
Yep. All right, so Dan sent us a copy of an ordinance he found. It's in your email. Unfortunately, Wi-Fi isn't working, so we can't connect to the printer to print it. Figured we could go over it. Dan, was there anything that jumped out at you when you were looking at it?
It seemed like, so it's a sample subdivision, essentially a subdivision ordinance, which is the cluster, they call it the cluster residential development ordinance. And it seems like we've got a lot of this covered, but I wanted to just go through it and see what we may not have covered or even executor sort of responsibilities for things that it may cover, like open space and that type of stuff there, so.
This is just Gnomsky, I guess. It's a complete application from the lawyer.
We can't look at that yet.
The lawyer's got it crooked, so.
Oh, there you go.
Yeah, it looks like, just kind of glancing through, it looks like they have a maximum density in open space and a density bonus with affordable housing, low impact development.
Are we all looking at the model open space subdivision ordinance?
Yep.
Yeah, so some of this is even word for word what's in the comp plan.
Yep.
What are you looking at there?
I sent it to your email, you should have it in there now. It's model open space subdivision ordinance.
I got it.
And this is Kennebec?
Yeah, the Kennebec.
So they're going to be probably more restrictive than what we are, which isn't a bad thing.
That was Jeff Merrill that was in here just a little while ago. You know him, don't you?
Yep, it's one of my neighbors.
But yeah. So this is definitely more tailored towards open space.
I don't see anything here on that. Under planning board?
Planning, yeah.
When did you get that?
I just sent it out for before
Oh,
the
you just
meeting.
sent it?
Yeah.
I may not get it here till I get home. Sometimes it works around here, sometimes it doesn't. This was yesterday, that was yesterday.
Yeah, because we've even got in our comp plan to set 5 to 10% aside, well, in here, in the subdivision ordinances, to set aside 5 to 10%
Yeah.
for open space on any subdivisions with 4 or more units.
Yep.
And do we have a fund that's set up for that, or how does that work? Like
Well,
with
what we'd do
the
is,
exception for,
the money would go to the selectmen, and the selectmen would put it in escrow payment, not escrow, but
No,
in reserve
recreational.
for
The rec fund.
the,
I can guarantee you it's probably never happened before where they've chosen to pay versus keep open space. Just knowing the couple of subdivisions that are in the area usually have more land, and they usually keep a lot of open space instead of paying the fee. So yeah, I can bet you this is probably
the first time?
the first time.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure in the comp plan, it's either the comp plan or the ordinance, it says that it's gonna go into, like the rec department fund.
Yeah.
Something like that.
Yeah.
Or anything recreational.
Mhm. Yeah, recreational and open, anything recreational. I think it mentioned like hiking trails or land
yeah,
development.
well, there's plans that Jim has for the box shop down there, that could do some cleanup down there. That has a landing on the river, so.
Hmm.
That's, I think, what they're thinking.
People
what
actually
he's
know
thinking
about
Yeah. Is that where that old dirt bike trail is, like, or the
Yeah.
track?
Yeah, there are some
Yeah,
trails, there's some walking
Go-kart
trails
track is.
Yeah.
along the river. We've set up some of those hiking trails.
And then that has to be developed to be able to get a little dock there or something?
It doesn't really need a lot of development, it just has to figure out what it's gonna be exactly for. You can access it for kayaks and canoes, but I'm not sure if there's a motor, any motorboat, type of situation, whether there's a restriction on.
The Ossipee there. It's not a very deep section.
Well, that particular part of the river is.
It is very deep.
But it does go like this.
Yeah.
I've been down that whole river a couple of times because I was on the conservation committee to get the weeds out of it.
Hmm.
That's the deepest part. There's good
Oh, yeah.
fishing in there.
Yeah.
I pulled a rainbow out of there one time,
It did.
but it's just a moving thing,
Yeah.
like any lake.
Yeah.
I mean, a river, and it can dry up. I've seen it so dry that you could walk down the whole river just about. And there are some rocky parts that you can't, even at a higher rate,
You're fine. I was just thinking.
kind of hard to get down through, so.
Uh,
You have
I
to
would-
go down through it out of the sea. But it is a good breeding,
Like that way it's
clean, and it's
Mhm.
one of the cleanest in the state, actually.
trying to scan. Maybe.
It was also controlled by the Ossipee in New Hampshire, so. the
Where you get the good color.
Determines whether the gates or don't open the gates. Like the hydro plant dries up, so it doesn't work some parts of the summer. It's such a, it's lake, that part is frozen over right now, which is unusual.
Yeah.
It's been frozen over for quite a few years.
I was driving around on Secocas this week.
Yeah,
They're doing Brody's.
so it, like I say, it's a moving thing.
Yeah.
It's a living thing, I guess you might say.
Mhm. Is there parking down there by it, like by the drop-in?
Well, when the box shop burnt down, and I was here that famous day, when some kids went into the box shop plant, which they used to make fish boxes and things, different small box situations. And they went in there when it was closed down, and they were gonna make a movie in there, and something blew up or something, and the gas line leaked, and they burnt the whole place down. So then we had to go and clean it up. That was about $80,000 and
Wow.
a couple of, brown fields, and it's all buried out behind the salt field
No,
on one side. You can't do anything with it, so it's pretty much, that's it.
Yeah.
There's quite a few acres in through there.
That borders your place, don't it?
Huh?
Does that border your place?
Um,
Abut it?
Yes, it
Yeah.
does, yeah. Along the road it does, yeah.
Yeah.
So this states that this model mandates open space subdivisions in rural districts. Is our town a district, or are they talking about the rural zone?
Read it one more time, please.
This model mandates open space subdivisions in rural districts.
So bigger towns are gonna be districts, we're gonna be zones, more than likely.
So it'd be rural zones versus a village zone versus farming zone.
Right,
Okay.
and of course, it depends on what their definition of rural is. You would think it'd be the same across the board, but
Right,
you never know.
okay.
You know, and we have it in the ordinance that any subdivision, 4 or more, has got to have the open space. So I would think that applies no matter where they are. in the town.
Watson Woods had 27 acres that was open space. That was a fiasco from the start.
Right.
That was more trouble than, but this is the second, I think, subdivision that's been that clustered because it's in the growth area.
Right.
Now, when you get out of the growth area, then that's a different story.
I mean, the lots next to me are 3-acre lots, but I can see, I'm gonna be able to see 2 houses from my house.
Yeah.
And I mean, that was a 30-year-old subdivision that they just finally sold the lots to, so.
So the town area is the only space you have to worry about this stuff.
Mhm.
But then again, they've got to have their own sewer system, water system, and that's pretty costly. A lot of things in here that would prohibit them from doing it. But then again, on the other hand, anybody's got the money, but without too much trouble.
Right.
We still haven't decided on the mill for that matter. The mill is still in flux, and I signed that lease on that property, and it's way over the timeline that he was supposed to have something done. Down there waiting to burn down, and if that burns down, it's gonna clog up the river, and then the water company is right down the road right down the
Right down the river from it.
so the town water is in jeopardy.
There's also that grant, the historical buildings grant that we voted in a couple years ago, or last year.
I don't remember any historical grants or anything in town. We tried,
Well, not in town, it was a statewide thing, so it basically approved a bunch of money to go out to grants to local municipalities and other projects to restore historical buildings, like old mills and stuff.
yeah, that's another ballgame. You gotta have somebody that knows somebody, I think, to get one of those. Because we have the old town hall down here, which is a nice little building, and that's historically should be saved for the town. But it's on, the water flows right underneath the thing and it's starting to run out of the bottom. And if you ever have a chance to go in there and look at it, it's really something else to look at. It had a big stove in the middle of the floor, and the floor sloped down like this, and people used to stand up at town meetings. They never sat down. They always stand up because they're always yelling and screaming at each other. In those days, people did the plowing. They say, well, I'll do the plowing. Somebody that they all worked together on it. Not much how much bitching they did, but and it was till the women started getting into the town politics, and they started getting chairs for them. There's a lot of history in that.
Already have.
Pretty much.
I don't think it's.
The town office was right upstairs, and there's stuff in there from the old thing.
Back in, wow.
It just seems
I mean,
at
most
least some
of
sort of
it's-
definition mentioned.
Yeah, it's empty, pretty much. Electricity needs electric.
So when somebody asks, we can just pull
Somebody
it up
put
and go, yeah.
a
There it is.
ceiling heating. There's no choice.
I mean, this is it's an 18-page ordinance.
That was,
It already covers everything. The only difference
that we
is
didn't
density.
use it too much because there is no
The
facilities.
differences. So again, I think
But it needs a,
section versus.
that and needs electric,
Makes more sense.
some of the beams and ceiling are kind of
And to me,
launching it to one side or the other, so.
So I
And
know
we tried to get a grant for it,
of the growth areas.
which isn't very many of
the
them.
whole,
No.
why
I think,
somebody actually
I
wrote
think this would be better to see on
a application for the grant.
an overlay of the actual zoning map.
Yeah,
So that, because
Dan, are you familiar with this LD?
yeah, they're kind
And-
of.
Yeah.
Now,
they should,
it's percentage of open space
Believe
that
so, yeah.
differ much from
Like-
comp plan
you know, where you
Yeah.
can,
we have in our subdivision.
that kind of
I don't
stuff.
think we mentioned anything about size of,
I'm not seeing anything either, that's why I was wondering.
Yeah, it
I
said,
know,
it said in
Yeah.
our,
I mean,
well,
I'm all for it.
5 to 10% or something, it's gotta be the thing.
the cut,
And then it said,
I mean, this is
one
going.
question I had about our ordinance is it says that in lieu of designated
little bit up,
Unless,
yeah,
unless there's 100 acres,
some
I don't know, but.
part
pretty much taken, yeah.
required open space could be, you could pay in lieu of,
Yeah.
so I wonder if
And the nice thing
It's
to see on Maple Crest is
supposed to not be all,
end over here.
basically requiring some level of open space regardless,
Street,
which would be interesting, but because in the wording, it didn't seem like we could, maybe not
I mean,
all of,
like this is this
Space.
transition and
They could pay 70% of, to not have open space, and then
Supposed to
and
be.
then 30% open.
30% of the 10%.
Oh.
And
Transition.
if it was, and in here it said something, it said, if it's a certain, if it's designated open space for a ball field or a future,
is that what that green is supposed to be? Is the
Oh, yeah, that's
And,
not subdivision though, but.
it looks like a different color to me. That's why.
Oh,
It is.
whatever money we get would go to the rec.
Right.
committee.
It's like this.
it could be trails in the woods, playgrounds.
That's that tannish,
Yeah.
rural,
If,
the whole fucking rural.
yeah, so it's for active recreation.
The rest is con.
Playground or
Oh, we get-
field.
Yeah,
Should be
Okay, so that would be conserved, right? Because that's like a plantation.
no, transition
one or
from,
more streets.
Right, but like all this
Yeah.
would be
So
conserved, right?
you would think so,
So it's
but
not-
they don't have it that way.
it doesn't require that you have a ball field or a certain size playground or whatever. But if it is going to be designated as a playground or ball field, it has to have the 200 feet of road frontage.
Gotcha.
Basically be a residential lot or a rural residential lot.
Right.
Nothing
At some point, like I said, I would like
to get down to the river, camps down on the river.
to say.
But there is area there that, there's 44 acres that town owns there.
Whatever.
On Keyser?
If you're out here in the rural, I don't know why the heck you can't just get it to 3 to 5 acres to have a lot.
In my time,
Field
there,
does.
I wanted to
Western.
top surface area. 'cause
Yeah.
Their limit's like 5
High
acres,
spot.
5, 6
They used to put all the sod up.
lot.
And unfortunately,
Yeah,
yeah, so these need to be flip-flop backed for one.
Oh, yeah.
right.
But
But then, do we have justification to increase,
probably more
you
than
know?
I could.
Okay, so without public water, it has to be a minimum of
Well,
1 acre.
I mean, I'm sure it'd be something
Level that
town would
off.
vote for,
Yeah,
You
do that,
you could actually put in a soccer,
especially like in the rural areas.
right, change,
Because change it to like 4 to 5 acres.
right.
you know, ramp, you know, then rent out.
I know dang well when they go to
Stuff
vote
takes
for it,
people.
more than half the town it pulls
Right.
that one.
Oh, yeah.
When you get
Get
into
the
that
sprawl.
stuff, and I don't think that they realize that
For me, I want everybody to do whatever the hell they want on their property.
And-
I really do, you know.
right now,
As long
me.
as they're following the book.
Well, exactly.
everything else, we had to kick
Um,
on there and whatnot.
Bigger
Yeah, where
lot,
we don't have an
down
actual
a little bit. on
town
the-
law enforcement, we just have a state that runs.
We
You know as well as I do, anything that's in the pipeline right now
Oh, yeah, that's.
can't be
that's done.
affected,
No, no,
can't be
I know that.
affected, but
Right.
should lock it up
I'm
and
just
tight
saying,
it.
because,
it would stop it from happening again.
well, there's,
It's
I
gonna-
believe there's gonna be a few more coming
People
around.
around here are somewhat not.
Especially
Sooner
if-
than later.
If we don't get that changed, it
Right.
definitely.
As soon-
Are you guys talking about lot sizes for zoning?
Yeah,
Yeah, sorry, we got on a,
Oh, no worries. I heard 5 acres and different ideas there.
yeah, I
Um,
was thinking the rural areas around
Yeah.
5 acres, just
so.
throwing it out there.
To circle back real quick for the cluster, so I definitely feel that there's some good stuff in what you sent us. And again, I'm only one person on this board, but I feel we don't need a separate ordinance. I feel like we could do a section and integrate a lot of that good stuff into what we already have. Not sure, again, the best way to do it. But but I just feel like we already have a good base. I think we could just,
Yeah, and so much of
Adds
it's already
to it.
in there that I think that
Yeah.
there's a lot of crossover.
Right.
And the only thing that I was seeing that I had a big question about was the management plan, is what we may require of subdivisions on how to manage the open space. Is, right now it's like road agreements for any non-town road, and then do we just require maybe another agreement? Or do we require an association of some
I
kind?
would think you'd establish that once you knew what you were doing, what you were doing and how you were doing it.
Yeah,
well, I think it also depends on who's retaining that land. Is the open space part of the homeowners association? Is it gonna be expected that the
Develop.
lots are gonna take care of it, or is the developer and the landowner going to retain it and take care of it? And that's something
Now, is there a third option where they could
they could hand it
Give
over
it-
to the town,
allow Parks and Rec to manage it or something?
right? Yeah,
That would make the most sense.
right. And I guess depending on where it is in town as well. I mean, if it's in Keezer Falls,
I mean, it'd be
does it,
public open space for everybody or just the people in the
Right.
subdivision?
right. It depends on, it would have to be a case by
If it's just
case.
for the subdivision, does the town really want to flip a bill for that?
Well, at that point, does the subdivision become a gated community?
Right,
Can they gate themselves in?
exactly.
That
There's a whole
brings-
bunch of questions.
That brings up a point too, when I talked with Jen, she says, is there anything written up on this as to what? Did we write up subdivision? What was their requirements?
For?
Or we haven't done that yet.
For what? For which?
Well, a list of,
Conditions?
changes,
Conditions?
conditions,
Conditions to be met?
Yeah.
because I don't
We did
think
write
we
some
understand it. This place is gonna have kids in it.
Pretty much we had it covered by that.
And they're gonna come out
I
head of the road,
Conditions because,
because the school,
State steps in and does a whole lot of conditions already.
I doubt if they'll go down there.
Oh, you're talking about Maple Crest?
Yeah,
Jumping around.
well, I'm just saying, a subdivision is a whole new ballgame.
Right.
It has to have certain things to it, and whether that's up to an HOA, whether the people that go in there create monies or organize enough to be able to put up something for
Right.
the kids to sit under,
Right.
wait for, buses and things like that.
Probably not so
I
much
did
on a five-house job.
Most parents sit at the end of the road and let the kids sit in the car. and
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
Bus comes.
Yeah,
Usually it.
that too, yeah.
Now, with the Maple Crest thing, I was hearing reports of the bus is already overcrowded. Is that a responsibility of the planning board to help figure out if there's going to be more kids, that there needs to be more buses or something like that available?
That question
is
was
it in the
brought.
hands of the town?
Because I guess some of the kids, they're 3 to a seat on the bus and some of them have to sit in the aisle.
That would depend on, I guess, at this point, how many kids and what's up.
Superintendent of schools type.
But that should be,
But currently the bus is full from what I've been told
Right.
That's what I heard.
by the users.
Yeah. Well, and that's no good. I would wonder if the school district is responsible primarily for the amount of buses
I
that they
think-
have going.
Superintendent.
I would think so, but with the planning board, do we have some responsibility because of public responsibility to make sure we don't overburden the school district and the taxpayers?
there's no way to tell how many kids.
it's on the,
That's true. It could be all on kid families that are.
Right.
That we
Retired people.
Absolutely true.
They're supposed to be there 10.
By the time it's done,
Section 8.
too old to use the bus anyway.
Subdivision.
No, I
10.
don't know, there's too many ifs on that part of it. And that's, these are the only clusters that we're gonna have, I think, is in the designated growth areas.
Yeah.
Now, this particular road here in this area is on the comprehensive next in line.
For growth. Yeah, because it's village zoning.
Well, it's not yet, but it can
Okay.
be moved up.
But even though they're large parcels, they're all single owner large parcels. So those large parcels have to be broken up or offered up as subdivisions at some point. for the growth to happen, right? Or am I missing something?
Yeah,
Does the
they
town
would-
have some acreage right here that can be subdivision? that the town owns?
Can't they cut 2 lots every 5 years off?
The individual owner can,
Yes.
absolutely.
You could argue that point. If so, it was moved up into a growth area, then, which the comprehensive plan can be reviewed every so often and changed.
That's true.
So that's another possibility that could happen. But which I probably won't be.
Fire department here volunteer or is it manned?
Is what?
Fire department, is it volunteer or manned?
I thought it was volunteer.
Fire department's volunteer.
Well, should the development start having sprinkler systems in it since
I,
I know a lot of towns require developments that have sprinkler systems in it.
well, and I asked him directly that, are you going by state regulations, things? And,
It's up to the town to adopt it, not the state.
Yeah.
Right,
well,
Depends on the size of the town.
right.
yes, it does. I don't think
We
we,
already talked to the chief. and he's
No,
all right.
you gotta be over 3,000
yeah,
Not
with
bad.
all the,
that's why this guy's probably pretty lucky.
but the town can like act and requires a subdivision to have sprinkler systems put in their buildings, housing.
We
wells.
could.
Now, would you, depending on the roof structure, whether it's asphalt or metal, would that be also a factor? Because I know fire department, they don't go on metal roofs. They don't pop holes in metal roofs when when the building's on fire.
Residential sprinkler systems are not made to save the house. They're made to give you 10
Time to
minutes
get
to
out.
get out.
Yeah,
Life safety is what it is.
okay,
10 minutes that, you know, if you get out of the house and the house burns to the ground, it did a job.
right. Well, volunteer fire department will probably take at least 10 minutes to get there.
Correct.
So that makes sense.
There's a lot of things like that that it's down, I don't think there's enough.
So,
So you put a storage tank in the basement, it's a 300-gallon storage tank with a pump
So
and,
it's up to the
it's-
owner.
yes, the builder, owner, whatever, and it's for 10 minutes, so 2 heads go off, it's 26 gallons a minute, so there's 260 gallons, so the 300-gallon tank is what they normally put in a basement.
That's a good point, but
Big expense, and it probably should be optional.
I just want to caution us, we're getting a little too detailed on what we're talking about.
Yeah, very good.
So I don't mind vague what ifs. But I guess the last thing I'll say about this is, unfortunately, the application's in front of us. We have to go with what's in front of us for the ordinances. We can't make changes to the ordinances and then
We're bound by.
retroactively.
Oh, sure.
assert
Oh, yeah,
them.
I'm just saying for future.
Right,
Yeah,
definitely,
we're all talking future stuff.
right.
Yeah.
Just want to make sure
Yeah.
that is the direction we're going.
Absolutely.
So yeah,
eventually that's the way it probably will be.
Right.
There's
So
a
the only other-
building around here that has a sprinkler system in it that I know of.
The only
Yeah,
other.
because right now, I think there's only one development in this town that's required sprinkler systems.
Oh, yeah?
I think it's on that Merrill Hill Road where the church is. Merrill Hill Road.
Merrill Hill.
Oh,
Molten Hill?
Molten Hill?
over here, that,
Oh, you're talking about Watson Woods,
yeah, I don't.
but I think
That's over on
That's on
the other crossroad.
160 and,
Yeah, I know.
Fuzzy Road.
thank you,
Fuzzy.
yeah,
That's not the one I'm thinking of.
yeah.
But the only other planning thing that I thought to bring up was just, I guess we should figure out, prioritize what we may think to spend the money on. Any money that does come in lieu of,
Well, the money is directed to go to the Recreation Committee.
Yeah.
oh, the Recreation Committee?
Yeah.
So we have a Recreation Committee?
Yeah, well, I'm supposed to be the chairman of it.
Yeah, the payment in lieu of dedication shall be deposited into a municipal land, open space, or outdoor recreation facility acquisition or improvement fund. So there's nothing we can do with those funds. We can work with the applicant to make sure that they either have the open space or pay the funds. but after that, it's,
Committee,
So it goes up to
After
the
that, it's out of
selectmen.
you need help on the recreation committee?
Well, it's a good idea. But trying to tell adults what to do with their kids is something else. And fixing up these areas is gonna require money. And I think we have $500 in there now to mess with it as far as ads and things like that, but so far, most of the people that are on the committee haven't showed up to them, so I've kind of put it on hold
I can shut that because that's,
in the springs. Maybe somebody might get an idea to do something. We have a ball field back here and a gym set up and everything else.
I thought about it. I'm afraid of it.
And we could put up an ice rink up.
I almost did last week.
Can you do that if there's a cannabis facility within a certain range?
I would think so.
Because like nobody can see the date in
You want to make
a
a,
certain area.
do that one?
It's gonna be so many feet away.
Thank you.
Right.
Like 750 feet or something like that.
But for that matter, the grow is right up on the hill over here. So I don't know what about sizes. That's a good point. Maybe might not be able to.
And it's not point to point, it's actually the property line. That's that 750.
And we do pickleball inside the gym here. We've had requests to have basketball teams come in and play. So there are some things that we can do that aren't too costly, but a lot of the other towns already have, and that's one thing that I wanted to do is get a hold of other recreation people, you know, hook on to something.
Get some ideas or,
Well, that and, you know, we can do pickleball between towns, you know.
Right.
Or
that would,
a number of things that can be done that aren't too difficult to do.
that's a good point.
Do you guys chat about the land,
Probably.
the land size, the lot sizes for the water or without water?
Yeah, so we definitely, looking at a copy of the older ordinances with and without public water, definitely did get inverted. So that's definitely something we need to get reverted back.
Can we just correct that, or do we have to bring that to a town vote again?
That's a good combo.
If we make these changes, we can add on anything that we want to that.
Well, we can add as much as we want to. It's not saying it's gonna get approved. But it is a good time. I mean, town meeting's in September. Yeah, I'd love to get this changed well before that. I don't think there's anything else coming up that would be a special town meeting. So I would say if we could get between now and July, if we could get that amendment and any other amendments we think we want to make to the land use ordinance. Thank you. I think we should put those together so that we can get them to the select board with plenty of time to go on the warrant. And July even might be cutting it close, but that's definitely something I can talk to them about. So what I just had her copy for you, so this is the Town Parsonsfield Planning Board ordinance, and it goes kind of hand in hand with the bylaws. The bylaws is more structured for meetings and procedure for meetings. The bylaws are more for attendance and stuff like that. Again, this is something that we started back when Aaron was chair on trying to get definitions for associate and alternate, trying to make it so it's only one instead of referring to an alternate as an associate and vice versa, trying to make sure it's one term throughout the whole thing, trying to put a definition together for that. This is old. I copied this, I think, from the 90s. So it's definitely something we should review and look at and see if there's anything else that should be addressed in the ordinance for the planning board. We can make copies of the bylaws if anybody needs them. They are on the website. But yeah,
Didn't we drop the four vacancy, the four consecutive?
4 meetings then.
so it's still in there. this is the most recent copy I have, and this is actually the copy that's on the website. So it's still in play. Going back and forth with the select board a little bit, I think,
Yeah, we decided we'd be a little more lenient on the,
well, I think at the time,
especially
in the
because of.
case,
Right,
it didn't make sense to belabor that individual missing 4 consecutive meetings.
No, technically, I did last year.
Sorry?
I technically missed a few consecutive meetings last year.
Correct. And again, it's in there. Is that something that we need to take out? Is it something we need to, instead of 4 consecutive, it needs to be 6 consecutive?
and it basically says right here, it's up to you and or me to
Right.
decide, so.
I really.
We don't decide to.
It says you can waive, the board can waive
Right,
For
that,
cause.
you know, so it can stay and then you can just waive it for case by case, like.
Right.
We had one case where a particular person who was voted in shouldn't have been on the board, and they were too, I don't know, I won't mention the name.
Persistent.
Again, it was better to let that sleeping dog lie at the time and
and
put,
poke the
then put
veil.
this into place.
Hope it doesn't wake up in a hurry.
Yeah.
This person who was
Old school.
troublesome.
It's no good.
Yeah. Well, in any case, we can get into that.
Right. Yeah, we don't need to belabor that one.
But I think we should leave that second thing in there and then up to decide
And
what.
on that,
So the other thing, it's 4 consecutive regular meetings. Do we need to,
Oh, and it's actually stated as member, not associate member.
correct?
Waiting.
So do we need to change that to consecutive workshop and regular meetings? Like, do we need to broaden it that way?
So 2 months makes it basically in time.
Well, if we broadened it to workshops and, like 4 consecutive workshops and 4 consecutive regular meetings,
four-
so
that would be
it would
4
be the
months.
same amount of time, but it would be, let's say Paul can make the workshop, but he can't make the regular meeting or vice versa, it's a little bit more.
Yeah.
And sorry, Paul, I didn't mean to pick on you, but you're right there. But that gives a little bit more lenience of, hey, he can make one meeting, but he can't
Right.
make the other one, so he's still attending, still participating. Again, just,
a little more
So
complicated.
we could shift it to 6 consecutive meetings of any kind.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. Again, just kind of spitballing, it's an unfinished project that probably should come up. And yeah, the thought's not finished there.
Yeah, I
Should
see
have
that.
a good reasoning to it too. I mean, that's why you should talk it out. Could be sickness, could be family, could be all kinds of things.
Right.
Doesn't make this person as long as, there's enough people to fill it,
Right,
the position and,
and we've been advised why they're not showing up.
right, or at least, a letter.
I mean, like Jim, we know he's got some health issues and such, so.
I mean, it'd be reasonable about it.
Oh, exactly, be humane.
Well, there aren't that many people that,
They want to,
Beyond the-
they want to do this, yeah,
so you
exactly.
have to kind of take care of your people.
Take care of the ones we got.
Well, you definitely want to leave
You're still here.
the waive in there, like, to waive that attendance provision.
Exactly.
Keep that in there. You want to rewrite, by the sounds of it, you want to do, fails to attend 6 consecutive regular meetings and/or workshops,
Right.
or to include workshops. Consecutive regular meetings to include workshops.
Change it to-
And 6 covers 3 months, so that's,
Right.
Yeah.
And if a workshop is canceled or a regular meeting is canceled, it would extend to the next regularly scheduled meeting.
Possibly the board on final determination would have to take a vote on it.
Yeah. Yeah, so the chairperson shall advise municipal officers in writing,
Make it so easy.
yeah, change. The chairperson, change it to something like the chairperson with a favorable vote of the board shall notify the select board. Does that make sense?
John, what did you think about the subdivision? You were quiet during the whole thing. Wondering what you thought about it.
I'm okay with it.
Is everybody okay with me changing associate to alternate, since that's what we refer to you guys as?
Yeah.
Well, Paul, are you sticking around for a while? Are you heading out south or somewhere?
When?
Can you be more specific?
My contract's back up in mid-April, and I'm trying to arrange things so I'm not as away as I was last year. Yeah, so hopefully I'll be working more local where I can come home every night. It was a strain on my wife and a strain on everybody, so, other than me.
We'll
Getting away for 4 days was great, but
to move you guys up, because I'm done this fall, so.
I might be too, actually. Mine's coming up sometime soon.
So
It seems like it's been 5 years, but maybe it's,
unless something happens,
or I had a 3-year.
It was one person for 26, 2 for 27, 2 for 28, and 2 for 29, I think.
I used to have a record of those, but I don't anymore.
It's, oh, actually, hold on. I don't need the internet for that one.
We're all going to know when it's done, we're all bailing.
Don't leave me.
I get to a point
Can't
where
take it.
I would be demoted for not remembering when the meeting was.
Oh, not that bad yet, Javi.
Well, I don't know. Growing old is another story. It's, the doctor asked me, well, how do you feel? I said, I don't know. I haven't been this old before.
All right, Harvey is 26.
I took over for when,
Paul is 27,
Okay, I'm next year.
28. Jim
Okay,
and
well-
Dan are 29, and I am 30.
you got voted in. a couple of years
What about me?
ago.
Just last year.
I thought I said, did I not say you? Not on my list.
So unless somebody votes.
26.
Okay.
You're up this year too. It wasn't bolded, that's why I didn't see it.
Yeah, you
We're gonna
took
make that
over one,
change.
didn't you?
Huh?
Okay, so he's
Saban.
appointed to complete Saban's
Okay,
term,
yeah, so you gotta,
and
vote him in again this fall.
Harvey was elected to complete your term. So another piece I'd like to put in here to put in black and white is that if there's a regular member vacancy, an alternate will be chosen first. And I know there's a better wording than what I just said,
As opposed to an election.
as opposed to election, unless it's timed closer to an election. But in my honest opinion, I feel it's better to fill the board with an alternate that's already been sitting on the board, whether it's 2 months, a year, whatever.
Right.
And then to elect a person to, or appoint another person, depending on what time of year it is, to then fill the alternate position.
Right.
If we have the power to change that ordinance, yeah, I would agree with that.
Okay.
Yeah.
Definitely.
You said mine. was
Kind of the way we've
20
been doing
and
it right along
29.
anyway.
2029, yeah.
Yeah, 'cause I took over for Andy.
Yep,
So when was Saban's time up?
This year.
26.
This year?
This year.
September.
So
Or no,
Saban's spot.
I did.
You
You
did,
did?
yeah. Yeah, John was appointed 9/17/25 to complete.
I'll just go in and write your hand.
So John has the opportunity to run for reelection this town meeting,
Okay, my
as well as you.
suggestion is that whoever wants to run again, make sure you get your paperwork on it. Once you get your name on there, you're in.
Yeah,
There's no, all it takes is, a handful of people, because not that many people run for it, so. But you do have to get the application from Danielle and get the 25 signatures, so.
and you can get this bunch right here.
Yeah.
We get enough people.
If
Just go hang out at the restaurant.
There you go, that works.
It's really.
sit at the bar.
Yeah.
Where,
Oh, you Parsonsville resident?
how does the ordinance read about voting up an alternate when it comes to, does it take all three active members to do the vote, or do two active members?
Takes a quorum to.
Takes a whole quorum.
3,
Right, okay.
you believe.
But that 3 just needs to be present, right? That it needs to be a majority, so only 2 could vote yes,
Right.
Yeah, yeah.
but 3 must be present.
But you gotta have three active members.
Could have a quorum, yeah.
So,
A lot easier without an even number.
Yeah,
so it actually says that this chairperson shall designate an associate member to sit in that member's stead. We've already set the precedent that we vote on it,
Sure.
so I think we need to reword it to that.
That's the hardest part.
Word it to the,
in signatures.
bring it up as a chair and then we'll vote on it.
Yeah, because I don't,
That way it still kind of leaves it up to the chair.
right. But
So what would happen is somebody would make a motion to bring that alternate up as a member for this meeting, and then somebody might second it, and then you'd have to pass it.
yeah,
Um,
um,
And it would allow,
It-
it wouldn't delay things,
no.
applications and whatnot.
Right,
By doing it.
exactly.
I talked to him.
That way
into
if we don't have a
getting on
quorum.
board. I don't know if I talked him into it, but
I'm gonna start my own board, Harvey.
and another one too is, who plows driveway with?
I plow his driveway, Alan?
Alan Jackson. He didn't turn out, he was a little rough around the edges.
So Desiree, you think you don't want that designated power? It should be just a quorum vote?
I think it should be a quorum vote.
I'm gonna leave it that she brings it up as a chairperson.
Yeah,
We'll vote on it.
Okay.
I don't feel comfortable with that power, my honest opinion. I mean, typically, whenever I've been around other boards, usually it's,
Yeah, vote on it.
yeah,
Keeps it even.
it's a vote and it's
Yeah,
whichever alternate, like, I'm gonna pick on you again. So you've been absent. Dan's been at all the meetings. I'm gonna move Dan up because he's been at the meetings to listen to everything, let's say.
Yeah.
And vice versa. So if Dan's been absent, you've been here, I'm gonna move you up because you've been present at all the meetings, you've heard everything firsthand. Not saying that either of you can't get up to speed by watching the videos, radiations or whatever, just that it makes more sense because you were here in person. I mean,
But you're still gonna require, you're saying you don't want to follow this, you want to have a quorum vote on that, though?
that's how we've been doing it. So we've set the precedent for the last 3, 4, 5 years that we always vote to move a member up.
Okay.
Should also put
that way it's
sidewalks.
not, yeah, that way it's not one person's decision.
Could have
This-
sidewalks as some sort of a meeting.
That's in the bylaws. That's separate.
Why is it every time we go to one, we say we can't talk?
Well, if you don't have a quorum at a sidewalk, you don't have a meeting.
Right. Well, sidewalks aren't necessarily meetings,
Technically, no.
according to, I'm pretty sure it's MMA, and I know I have that saved somewhere, but let's see.
I were the only ones that,
Conclusions, that's,
My opinion, having the sidewalk, not being able to talk back and forth about it's kind of putting your tie in your hands.
right. Well, it should be
Oh, I know, we sit there and
individually,
take
we
notes.
can talk to the applicant, but
Right, well, usually like when saving,
Stanley Building.
take notes and
yeah,
bring it
come
up
back
the
and
next
talk.
meeting.
Yeah.
But the thing is, people are
Really do.
there and they're always, yeah.
We do.
Be in there.
So
Especially in this town, this terrain,
if I'm not here, you're the chairperson. Do you, would you
drought,
rather
drainage, you need to see it firsthand.
say someone?
Be down the village, you need to see where the old septic
We're on
was,
the same
Okay.
page, yeah, oh, hell yeah.
how it impacts,
I've still.
Everybody-
River down there.
yeah.
Right,
You know, rabble rousers on the board.
right.
As a selectman, I
I
went.
don't foresee it in the future, but you never know.
Sidewalk, didn't miss.
Covers everybody in the future too.
Great.
Yeah.
And we got the,
All right. So there's a few changes we can make.
Just need a town full of Harleys, that's all.
Anything?
I don't know, you had said something about you wanted to start doing the processes and procedures. You want to just kind of tell us what you want us to read out or whatever? And
Well, that's a placeholder on there that hasn't changed in probably 2 years.
yeah, I know.
Any
But
specific
we actually did
procedures?
when we start doing it.
Yeah, I mean, process and procedures, we've all been doing fairly well on, you know, making sure we aren't talking about applications unless they're in front of us, unless the
Right.
applicant is here. Yeah, I mean,
Now, as far as procedure goes, are we supposed to have a vote to open a meeting and also, and then vote on that to open the meeting and also to close the meeting?
so close the meeting, yes, adjournment is, I don't believe there's anything that says we actually have to vote to open the meeting. I'm pretty sure it's
Have a
just,
movement to,
yeah, I don't think there's a motion.
They're just open.
It's a great question though.
It is.
uh,
We've always just had the chair open it and say,
in many settings you do.
yeah.
That's why,
Yeah, there's nothing,
yeah, if we don't have it written down, then
yeah, it just says, it just the order of business as at regular meetings, or the board shall be as follows, a roll call, which,
okay.
so
the workshop is,
usually open the meeting, make sure everybody's here, say who isn't, and go from there.
Okay.
Maybe it's wherever there's a quorum, there's a meeting, official meeting, no matter where that is.
Yeah.
At a bar in Portland, and if three of us are there, then
Yes, you can move to open the meeting, absolutely.
Right.
You absolutely could.
Realistically, if we, let's say we were all out at dinner and somebody happened to see all of us talking to each other, it could be seen as ex parte communication because,
makes sense.
so yeah,
Put your phone down and hit record, that's all.
Yeah, that's why there was.
I wish it was that
That's,
simple.
that's why like Lewis was
FaceTime.
saying. Yeah, every
Yeah.
time they go to dinner over there, it's a pain in the butt because everybody from town's there.
Yeah.
You got Aaron there, you got them too.
Yeah. Yeah, so,
Usually
and
they-
anytime, if it's just two of
Sometimes
you,
John's
it's fine.
there.
If it's more than three, it's technically a meeting. If it hasn't been advertised, it shouldn't happen.
Advertised
It'd be
meeting
a workshop.
Friday nights at the golf course restaurant.
Sticky wickets we don't need to get into.
well, the other thing too is on a site walk, we've been very neglectful of having somebody record it.
What?
It doesn't,
Recording?
it doesn't need to be recorded as long as there are
Not record.
notes.
Take notes.
Notes.
Yes.
Which are reviewed at the next meeting.
Right.
Yeah, or the meeting pertain to that.
I wish I had seen that one.
Well, we haven't been on a site walk in
No.
a long time to
The
actually
last
have,
couple site
have
walks we were
notes.
on, they were pretty cut and dry anyway.
Yeah.
Yeah, but we always need to have the secretary.
I have never been on a site, the only site walk I went on the ZBA site walk to Watson Woods, and I vowed from then on, I was never going on to a site walk again.
At least, well, when Saban was on, he used to do a lot of good note taking and stuff.
Yeah.
If I was to take notes,
I'll
nobody
use
read them.
his.
The original, a little darker.
Can I have your copy of that to make another copy?
I don't know.
Please?
Anything else, guys?
That is a better copy, isn't it?
I don't think so.
We good? We covered enough stuff tonight?
I think so.
Any reminders? That's the third objective on the.
No, meeting on the second, on the 18th.
Cover it.
Thanks.
And do we have new business coming?
Yes.
I will watch them.
I'll make sure we get a miss.
Thank you.
State
Jen's machine out
ordinances
there
and
too.
requirements.
Have access to, get on that one. And notes and stuff.
And So but these grants, aren't they supposed to be submitted in March?
Which one?
Grants for some of these LDs, aren't they supposed to be submitted in March?
Harvey is going to be my delegate and he's going to go to the select board and figure out who's submitting those
Yeah,
grants.
I'll do that.
Okay, and get dates.
Yeah.
Get timelines.
Won't be till next.
That's fine. Go talk to them, report back, let us know what you find out. Please and thank you.
Be a good
Well, we
spy.
got two
Be a
people.
good spy.
Well, we got 3 people there that should be able to do this.
Do thing.
And it can't all be, we still on?
We're still on, Harvey.
I
We're
don't care. I'm too short.
All you can do is ask, right?
Ben takes the beat. She's here all the time.
Right.
He works hard at it.
Sagan might take it on, you
And
never know.
with Jim being sick and everything else. And I asked her the other day, I said, "You got enough firewood?" Because I've tackled their driveway a little bit.
Yep.
Thank you. That isn't, been trying to be a little helpful. Sure. On that end of it.
Trying to be a good neighbor.
Well, the neighbors,
Yeah. That's what it's about.
but
It is what it's
you're
about.
out back splitting wood.
Of course she
Get
was.
my wife to go out and walk.
Easy, Harvey.
Hopefully she's not watching.
All right,
She knows.
6:58.
She takes care of the
6:58, yeah.
inside, I take care of the outside.
Call it.
That's fair.
Make a motion to end the meeting.
Second.
All in favor?
Good, I can get to my next meeting.
Thank you, guys.
Get to your name.
Another meeting?
Yeah, the Legion has a meeting tonight.
He doesn't get enough of us.
Times they get.